Greetings and welcome, Sirius Kako and Infernal. How are the both of you today? Hope you're doing marvelous. I'm definitely looking to relax right now because I've spent all day cooking and cleaning. Yeah, we're going to kick off here with a little bit of a game that we played last year. Called Bunny Hill, in which we are a bunny that is skiing. Hey, Craven. The music might be a bit loud. How's everyone doing? Finished up eating. And hopefully Craven has gotten some sleep since last time. Also, I'm gonna have to run away at some point. Because my Steam Deck is gonna get delivered in like 40 minutes. Or at least that's the estimate. So Santa's gonna come a-knockin'. Right, I don't remember how to play this. Yeah, let's just do the basic bunny to begin with. Steam Deck, yeah! You sleep before work from 1 AM to 3 AM. I don't know how you do it, but kudos to you. Let's race! How do I play this? I should have looked at the control screen. This is the game where you go insanely fast, eventually. Yeah, you speed up with, oh god, yeah, there we go! We're going pretty fast already. But if we crash into anything, we lose all momentum. And we want to try to go between the poles. You recommend a dock? Does it not come with a dock? I guess it just comes with a charging cable. But I'm quite excited to get that and to start fiddling with it. The dock is separate. Okay. Ow. I assume you also have to pay some attention to what kind of third-party dock you get so that the thing doesn't catch on fire. I don't know, I guess third-party peripherals are more safe these days than they used to be. Whee! Ow. Fuck. I went right smack dab into the hay ball. Into the hay ball. I don't think we're gonna win this one. It's not looking too good. We just gotta build up some speed again. Ideally not crash into more things like that barrel. I somehow made it first, despite crashing like 3 times. Hey, Powerwolf. Here has HDMI input, output. So can you just connect it to a TV and it works? Or do you need some kind of, like, special third-party program to stream to your TV? I don't have a smart TV, I'm not really in on that stuff, so I don't know. I don't know what TVs are like these days. My TV is so old that it still has a SCART port and a component cable. I don't think they make them with those anymore. It is a flat screen. It was just one of the earliest flat screens that you could get. So it's not like a CRT or anything. We're skiing on grass! And somehow it works. Oh, there we go. Now we're getting some... Well, we were getting some momentum until we crashed into a log. That's just how life goes sometimes. Whee! This has just become one of those winter games. It's quite fun and very cheap. How is Powerwolf today? Have you got Miss Foxington all dressed up in a Santa dress? I don't know how I'm winning. Oh, I wasn't winning that, but almost. CPUs are not too competent. Alright. Yeah, just doing a couple rounds of that. But now the people are here. Let us see. I guess we might as well just, like, have Steam as the backdrop here. For this. Might as well bring the snow back. So, we've got some giveaways tonight. Not a lot. But the first one is a game called Ixion. And it is a sci-fi city builder strategy game in space, a colony sim. And it looks pretty damn cool. I already have this, but I have a spare key for it. So, we're going to be giving that away. We're going to do like a raffle. So, if you're interested in winning that game, then type raffle in chat. So I know. And then you can win a Steam key. Just the word raffle in chat. It doesn't do anything, but it makes me put you on a list. There we go. We got a taker already, Powerwolf. And Infernal. Yeah, this giveaway is for everyone, so don't be shy. And we're gonna pull the winner in, I don't know, like 20 minutes or so. Something like that. So plenty of time. Also just gotta keep an eye on the delivery there. Still more than 10 stops before they get here. So it might be a while. Oh, fitting. The monkey won the jungle map. You got Bad Guys the movie. Is that the one with Jackie Chan? Gonna skip this one. Can be picky because you got 41 games this winter sale. Holy moly, that's more than me. And hopefully you get some time to play them as well. Based screw smart TVs with Bill Gates built into your TV. I do not want him on my television. HDMI output gets acknowledged. Just need to choose the channel. Okay. Right. Just plug and play. That is what I like to hear. But I'm really looking forward to delving into that and checking out, getting acquainted with Linux. Where's Paduru and her ear molestation? Maybe she'll show up later, who knows? Just don't get the coal-powered one. She'll be golden. Your living room's previous TV went kaput earlier this month. Oh no! Your mom had no choice but to go with the smart TV. Yeah, I guess they don't sell any other TVs these days than smart TVs. Don't have a whole lot of choice. Anyway, before we get on with the talking about some games, I'm gonna pour myself a cocktail. I'm gonna try out some gin mixed with julebrus, which is a Scandinavian sort of traditional Christmas soda, seasonal goods, and it's become tradition for me to buy some of this every year. It should be rather tasty. Always keep your smart TV offline, never connect them. I wouldn't be surprised if they sell some that, like, are required to be connected to the internet as well. As silly as that would be. A PVR? What the heck is a PVR? The Book of PVR cinemas. Personal video recorder. Right. Okay. Yeah, we've got those, but different name. You know, I don't watch TV either. I cut my cable subscription like, I don't know, like 15, 20 years ago now. I haven't regretted it. I've not watched TV in ages. I only use my television for console gaming. And Netflix, arguably. So I guess that's kind of still TV, but more freedom. Just consume internet shitposts and Diane Foxington. It's all you need in life. So yeah, this segment, we're going to be talking about games that came out in 2025. Not all of them, but the ones that were of particular interest to me. And, you know, it's mostly going to be boomer shooters. Who am I kidding? Yeah, I just thought it would be nice to sort of summarize by month here. And go over that. So I have a list. And do feel free to tell me your thoughts on these games as well, as we go on. So in January, we had quite a strong start to the year already with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That was a game that I had been looking forward to a long time, and yet I didn't end up playing it. Not yet. I want to play through that next year. That's the plan anyway, but I've heard great things about it. It's supposed to be a worthy sequel. It sucks. We're not on the first game yet. Not an unexpected reaction there. But yeah, it's more Final Fantasy. And I think even though they changed up the combat system a little bit, the fans of the OG Final Fantasies also like it. The same might not be said for 16, but at least for this one. And then in the FPS department, we had Gravelord launching into early access. And I played through the first episode that was available, and it was pretty decent. Definitely room for some improvement, I would say, but that's what early access is for. So yeah, looking forward to seeing more of that later on. It may have launched with a bit of a steep price. Sorry, we're still on Bunny Hill here. And that was, of course, made by Fatbot, who also made some other games. Yeah, like 20 bucks. 20 bucks isn't too bad for an early access. It only has 100 reviews. Wow, it didn't do too well, like, commercially. But yeah, these guys were the makers of Vaporum, that was it. The dungeon crawlers, Vaporum. I still need to play these as well. But yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem to have sold too well, which is unfortunate. But maybe once it comes out into 1.0, it'll do a bit better. A boomer shooter for true Brexit geezers. I do like the protagonist. I enjoy. He's certainly unique, but the voiceover's got a lot of charm to it. A true undead Brexit geezer. For sure. And then we had a new game. Still in January, by the way. We had a new game by David Szymanski himself, creator of Dusk and Squirrel Stapler, and a whole bunch of stuff. And he came out with Butcher's Creek, which was quite amazing, honestly. I enjoyed that a lot. It was very obviously inspired by games like Condemned. The only real issue I had with it was the enemy AI. Could have been a lot better. It was a bit janky, and it wasn't too intelligent. But you know what? For the short duration of the game and for the sort of very confined, the sort of confined gameplay design the game had, I think that it worked. They were very derpy, yeah. But it was certainly a scary and memorable game. And I always say that Szymanski has this ability to tap into that, like, fear of the unknown. That really gets my nerves going. Which is high praise, because I'm pretty, what's the word? Desensitized to horror these days. But Szymanski always manages to put me on edge. So, still really excited to see what comes next for him. I'm glad that this seems to have sold well. 94% positive. Well deserved. Oh, the ending. I'm not going to say a thing about the ending. I'm not going to spoil it, but oh man, that was a sequence. Very memorable ending indeed. Only played the first Vaporum. I think it's supposed to be good. Needs the experiments. Keep mentioning them. It'll sell just fine. Once it comes out and goes on 90% off, then all the cravens of the world will buy it. But yeah, good stuff. And next up, we have Eternal Strands. And this was one of the, it's 70% off already. This was one of those rare AA games that just, I think, yeah, Yellow Brick Games, that was made from a group of developers from other studios. I don't remember which ones at the moment. But one of those just rock solid AA games that's just a good time. It doesn't try to punch above its weight or anything like that, but they set out to accomplish something, and they did it. I haven't played this yet, but I'm very excited to play it next year. The only real issue with the demo was that it was one of those games that has protagonists that never shut up. They just keep yapping over and over again, and that seemed like it could get a bit grating later on, but the gameplay had some magic stuff going on. We could take a look at the trailer here. Just let that play in the background. Oh, there's a free DLC out already. Yeah, Infernal. You should definitely check that out if it comes out again in the next fest. Yeah, also good time to pick it up. 70% off. For a game that came out this year, not bad. Yasuke Mogi. Not a name I'm familiar with. Yeah, cool stuff. Also doesn't seem to have sold super well. But middle of the road. I don't actually know what the ratio is of, like, amount of reviews to amount of people who actually bought it. Let me just Google that, see if... I mean, you can't always trust the AI answers, but... What is the ratio of sales to reviews for Steam games? Around 30 to 60 sales per review. Oh, that's more than I thought. Okay. If this is accurate, that is. I'm very skeptical of the AI summary. But yeah. Reminder that we have a giveaway going for the game Ixion. We got a Steam key for that. If you want to join the raffle, type raffle in chat, and you will be part of the draw. That's like 5% of players review. Yeah, I try to review when I can, but I play so many games that I couldn't possibly write reviews for all of them. Sometimes I don't have deep thoughts on the games I've played. It's just like, yeah, that was good. I guess I could leave a review saying, yeah, that was good, but I'm not sure how helpful that would be to the potential consumer. You only review something if it's something interesting to talk about. Yeah. That's a good approach to take. And so on to February, of course, we have one of the strongest Game of the Year contenders. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. And what a surprise. Yeah, I was born in 1942, sure. What a surprise, I haven't played this yet. I played, like... How many hours did I play of this? 4 hours. I did a test session just to see how well it ran. And it seemed very good. So another one I'm excited to play soon. And this one's got loads of reviews. Sitting at 94%, yeah. People love this. Definitely seems like they just took everything that was good about the first one, but none of the things that were bad or jank about it, and just built upon everything that they learned, and just delivered an absolute banger. I probably can't do double dip. Drakaya, you missed a pit of dead babies. That does seem like something he would be interested in. Now, there were some DLCs for this, I do believe, that were not too well received. I'm not sure why. I haven't looked too deeply into it. This one's revolving around blacksmithing. I did briefly had a chance to try the blacksmithing in the game, and it's very involved. It's like a very realistic sort of minigame. Yeah, all of these are mixed. People hate the DLCs. And in February, there was also another game that stole my heart. This was when I streamed. And it was a game about digging a hole. This was one of my... Oh! There's a sequel? Wait, what is this? Oh. I don't think it's the same dev. They're just trying to profit off the name. A game about digging a hole. We streamed this. It was a very simple, short, single-sitting game where you dig. You dig like this, you get procedural upgrades, you dig bigger holes, you find valuables, you sell them. And it was as addictive as crack. You know, I think I'm not alone in having that childhood fantasy of just going out to your backyard and digging a hole to China. And that's exactly what you can do in this game. It's a very cool concept for an indie. And it was popular enough, it seems, to where it has already spawned a couple copycats. I've played 2 of these so far this year, but yeah. Definitely a neat little indie. And then the last one on the February list was Avowed. From Obsidian Entertainment. Bit of a disappointment, this one. Have to admit. If you remember the very first reveal trailer for this one, it definitely looked more like a dark fantasy FPS with magic and stuff, kind of almost like, well, I don't want to say Skyrim-y, but I think a lot of people made that comparison back then, but it did not turn out to be very dark at all. It was very lighthearted, very vibrant and cartoony, and almost felt like an MMO. And that is because it was originally planned to be an MMO. But then midway through development, they decided to scrap that and make it single player. So now you have some weird stuff like you can't go into houses, and there's a lot of NPCs standing around that are unresponsive. And, you know, as a role-playing game, it kind of failed. But we did play a bit of it, and the combat was good, at least. It had some decent first-person melee combat and magic combat. So, you know, if you can get it on Game Pass, probably worth a play. What's it sitting at? 76? Yeah, that sounds about right. Just okay. Just an okay game. You disavow it. Sad to see the Great Obsidian making subpar stuff. Yeah. Big agree on that. They used to be the kings. And now they have fallen. And it would appear they can't get back up. Kingdom Come is looking like it's a solid series. Absolutely, yeah. Definitely gaining some traction. And makes you curious to see what the future of the series is going to be like. Microsoft comes for us all. Oh, don't remind me. Either that, or they didn't know about digging a hole. They were prompted to give a different game, and they went with that. Also a possibility. Yeah. I guess 5 minutes left on the raffle, everyone. For the game Ixion. A colony space sim builder type raffle in chat. And you will be part of the raffle. 5 minutes on that. Oh shit. Fumos have arrived. And now we are swiftly moving on to March, where we had some very cool games. Hiya, Ketchup. Greetings. How's Ketchup today? You've arrived just in time for a raffle. We're giving away Ixion. You like space games, don't you? You should join that raffle. Type raffle in chat if you're interested in winning a Steam key for Ixion. And also, tell me how you're doing today. Hopefully you're doing well. Good to see you. But yes, in March we had some absolute bangers. And of course, the biggest banger of March is a game that Infernal knows about. maybe he'll even be able to guess it before I mention it. What would Obsidian Entertainment say it hates? Because it wouldn't be a hedgehog. But what, Doom? No, March, Infernal. Not May, March. I was talking about Kazan. I got gifted Kazan for my birthday, so I'm very much looking forward to delving into that. It seems to possibly be one of the best non-FromSoft Souls-likes. And it's pretty high up on the priority list for me. Woke up at 10 today, and the day went past so fast. Oh dear. That's usually the case around Christmas, isn't it? Everything's just going on fast forward. And in March, we also had Atomfall. Aton. Which was another AA game. From Rebellion, of all people. They made a, well, a lot of people assumed that this was going to be British Fallout when they first saw the trailer, but it turned out to be more like British Stalker, actually. Just a very solid AA FPS. With some light survival mechanics, I would say. That doesn't hold your hand. And it's like a semi-open zone. You go around and explore. And it's not too long, doesn't overstay its welcome. And it was just good. The only real issue with it was the enemy respawning could get a bit intense. Just like in Stalker, I guess. So staying true to the genre there. But yeah, very, very rock-solid game. And the last one for March is a very special one. And it's Metal Garden. Now, overwhelmingly positive, 97, hell yeah. That is what I like to see. I don't want to spoil anything about this, but if you are at all interested in post-apocalyptic, futuristic settings, megastructures, a feeling of solitude, and just having yourself a little bit of an adventure, then I would highly recommend getting this. It's fairly short. You can beat it around 2 hours. But my god, is it good. And I can't wait to see what this developer comes out with next. This one was rock solid. Definitely like top 3 indies of my year, I think. Very good. Atomfall starting to look like a utopian version of Britain. Oh no. Cracking on with Baldur's Gate 3 at the moment. Well, enjoy your bald gating catch up. Got an update recently, did it? Oh, trading cards, yeah. Animations and audio rework. Oh, nice. Now there is a reason to replay it. Very good. And that leads us on to April. Now, April had quite a few games come out. It had some interesting ones. We had Steel Seed, which I streamed the demo for. It's a third-person action/stealth game. Another AA title that I haven't picked up yet, but I enjoyed the demo, and it was very, very good. Seemed absolutely solid. I think it flew a bit under people's radar. Don't think it sold very well. And we had Promise Mascot Agency, another demo we streamed, and I ended up buying the game. Very strange Japanese game about a yokai that was like a big toe or a big foot or something, and you drive around in a car and do stuff and pick up coins, and weird shit happens. Seems like it has a fascinating story. And we had Soul Slinger 1.0. Soul Slinger came out of early access. Oh god, I can't fucking type. Jesus. I haven't even had that much to drink yet. Soul Slinger Envoy of Death. Kind of Western themed. And it's a roguelite FPS. It was pretty solid. It was pretty damn solid. But it's sitting at mixed reviews. Why do people hate it? I enjoyed this well enough. Did they make an update or something that was terrible? The movement feels too heavy. I like heavy movement. Perks, upgrades, and boons are not cutting in. This is a bad game. I can't believe this. Well, it certainly seems to be a divisive one, but I liked it. How is Drakaya today? Drakaya the Dragon Man. Drakaya. I guess maybe I should link it again for the new peeps in chat. I think it's already been 5 minutes, but I'll add a couple more minutes. Drakaya and Ketchup, we have a giveaway for this game right here. And it's ending in a couple minutes. So type raffle in chat if you want to win it. It's a space city builder colony sim strategy. Ixion is an unrelenting city building odyssey. You have too many games, you will not enter any. Don't be too sure about that. Don't be too sure about that. I only have 2 giveaways today, but the next one might interest you. You're fine. I am good. I'm enjoying having a relax now because I've been cooking all day. Slaving over the stove. The game rated very positive. Someone ends up with the top review that says not recommended.
You dumbass!
Reptiloid, you need to read the reviews for Tainted Grail that mention their pair from the last few days, lol.
Oh, hi, Zach. It's Zach. I thought you were traveling right now. How's Zach doing? Maybe you're on your phone. Maybe you're sitting in a car right now. Alright, well, I do believe Tainted Grail was also on the list here. When was that? Yeah, that was in May. So we're actually moving on to that soon, but I guess we'll I guess we can just jump onto this right now. We can just mention this one. So yeah, Tainted Grail, one of the rare indie games to actually take inspiration and try their hand at sort of a Bethesda-style open-world fantasy RPG. And apparently they were very successful at it. Which is not a huge surprise because Bethesda kind of sucks these days. But yeah, it seems like this is something that especially a lot of Skyrim fans were very positive about. And I ended up buying this as well. It just had an expansion come out. And I'm definitely looking forward to delving into this one. Very good stuff, and I'm happy that it seems to be doing well. So a review from the last couple of days that mentions DSP, you said. How do we... Recent. Is it one of these walls of text? Todd Howard Shame. Do you know the date it is on? Infernal. Oh, Infernal? Zach. Do you know the specific date? Devils want to pick up Tainted Grail soon. Yeah, do it. I'm not seeing any DSP. What if I Control F? Am I finding anything? No. I'm not finding DSP review. I don't think there is a DSP review. You may have to copy-paste it for me, if you can find it. Because I can't find it. Don't know how any of those reviews are allowed up. None of them mention the game, just their association with them. What the hell? That's not showing up for me here. How moldy. Thank you for the biddies, by the way, Zach. Alright. So, it's time for a giveaway. Let's see here. Ta-da! It is Reptiloid's Xmas giveaway. Games for gamers. That's the old text that I left there the first time I used this site, and it remembers all my settings somehow, so... There we go. The winner of Xmas, it's a battle between Powerwolf and Infernal. Who's gonna win? Oh! Oh! It's gonna be close! Powerwolf! You are the winner of Xmas, the space sim. I will be DMing you a Steam key for that. A stinky Steam key. Congratulations, Powerwolf. A winner is you. Yay. Rigged, the mods got it. Let's see here. Wait, the source isn't picking up the friends list, is it? No, it shouldn't be. Boom, there you go. DM sent. Enjoy that. Now, we've got one more giveaway. And this is for quite a cool one. I would recommend joining for this giveaway. It is a giveaway for the game called Wild Bastards. It is made by the developers of Void Bastards. It's a FPS. It's got a Western theme. It's a roguelike. But unlike Void Bastards, it's got more of a strategy sort of a gameplay to it. It's quite interesting. But I've enjoyed it. So if you want to win Wild Bastards, then type raffle in chat. And previous winners are also allowed to join, of course. So yeah, if you want to win Wild Bastards, type raffle in chat. And we'll select a winner for that in about 20 minutes or so. Now then, back to April. So we went over Promise Mascot Agency, Soul Slinger. And then, of course, we had... Zach arrived just in time for me to mention Claire Obscure. The game of the year. Claire Obscure came out in April. And guess what? It's another game that came out that I got that I haven't played yet. But very soon TM. I've heard great things about it, and I managed to stay spoiler-free. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen with the story. Despite there being French people. I do wonder, actually, how many reviews this has got by now. Almost 200,000. Wowee. Paid for that thing. It's one of the top-rated games of the year, Craven. Do you hate it? Do you think it's shit? Also got to keep an eye on my delivery. Oh, 6 stops before they show up. Okay, so it's still a while. I need to keep an eye on that. Yeah, what else did we have in April? We have Stygian Outer Gods, which is a very interesting one. It's an FPS that is apparently kind of similar to Resident Evil 4, is the comparison I've heard. But with a Lovecraftian twist. It's supposed to be very good. It's in early access, though. And I do believe there was also an earlier game, Reign of the Old Ones. So this is a sequel. But yeah, haven't picked this up. Waiting for 1.0. That's supposed to be coming next year, I think. Yeah, I'm also looking forward to that. I've heard Slim Bratsky absolutely raving about how good this is. This was one of his top picks of the year, I think. Looks pretty damn solid. More ImSimmy as well. Ooh. Nice. Survival horror ImSim. Now that makes it sound even better. Holy moly. Taking delivery of the GameCube, yeah. Seen a complete playthrough. Not impressive at all. Don't understand what the hype was about. Oh dear. Well, I'm sure Zach agrees. Didn't watch it because you were interested. A League streamer was playing it while he was in queue. That must have been a long fucking queue. Holy shit. Isn't Clear Obscure like 50 hours? The longest League queue ever. Maybe I need to play League so I can get some backloggery progress on other games while I wait to connect. But yeah, that leaves us with a good segue, actually. Speaking of ImSims, another game that came out in April was Skin Deep. Skin Deep is a fun, wacky, sort of, I guess comedy sci-fi would be the correct genre for this. It's like, it's wacky, it's zany, and it's set in a very crazy fantasy sci-fi setting where you go around and you get up to all sorts of trouble. And it seems pretty funny and good. Still haven't gotten around to this one, but I look forward to playing it. I thought I remembered this costing $30 when it came out. I wonder if they lowered the base price, or if I'm just misremembering. Either way, on sale right now. The Skin Deep demo was great. Yeah, it was. Absolutely was. So yeah, and that almost closes out April. Almost. But there was one more game that came out in April that was extra special, and boy oh boy did we stream a lot of it. I saw Todd Howard. There was a new interview with him a couple days ago, and he was talking about, you know, why Bethesda are so secretive. Why they don't really try to hype up their releases, like, you know, years in advance and stuff like that. And he was talking about, you know, the moment when the game is out and you're installing it, you're ready to play it, and it's like, what do you know about the game at that point? And he made the point that the less you know, the better. And I kind of agree with that. Like, Todd, he says a lot of lies, and he says a lot of weird stuff sometimes, but I completely agree on that. And this next game was a perfect example of that. Oblivion Remastered. My beloved Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion. Came out of nowhere. Shadow dropped. And I mean, you know, I didn't even, like, need to look into it. I bought it instantly. Like, literally the fucking minute that it was revealed that this had released. I picked it up. And now, well, 110 hours later, I do not regret that. It wasn't a perfect launch. It had some performance issues, since it used Unreal 5 as a wrapper, apparently. Like, under the hood, it was still the old Game Gyro engine that was running things, but it used Unreal as a graphics wrapper. And that came with some trouble, as UE5 often does. But other than that, it was good. I know some people weren't the biggest fans of the art style changes. It wasn't quite as vibrant and poppy anymore, you know. It was a little bit, the color palette was more subdued. And it looked more, I guess, generic modern game-ish. I don't know, I didn't really care that much about that. I still think it looked beautiful. I enjoyed seeing all the places I love, just, you know, with a new coat of paint. And it was an absolute joy to revisit Oblivion once again. And the Argonians in Khajiit got a much-needed makeover. So that was nice. People dropped their principal stance on Bethesda as soon as Todd whispered Oblivion into their ears. Immediately got naked and lubed up for it. That is 100% accurate, yes. And, I mean, it's looking like the leak for Fallout 3 Remaster was also going to be true. We might be seeing that already next year. And I'm, you know, who am I kidding? I'm going to pick that up as well. Fun in his sweet little eyes. No one, absolutely no one. Lovecraft fans, when they get a Lovecraftian-themed fleshlight that plays Tetris while you use it. Something fun to look at while you get pleasure. He does RPGs while in queue, I see. Well, I guess it's better than just sitting there looking at the queue. The Argonians look more sniffable than ever. Very true. You can almost see the stink lines emitting from them. And also a reminder of the giveaway we have for Wild Bastards. So far, we only have Infernal in the giveaway, so a high chance of winning. Type raffle in chat if you want a chance at winning Wild Bastards. Oh, 4 stops for the package. It's getting closer. It's inching ever closer. But now we're moving on to May. And May had some cool stuff. May had Captain Blood, which was an Xbox 360 era game that's been in development for 19 years or something. They finally released it. It's apparently been through multiple iterations. And we tried the demo for it. It seems to have released competently. And, you know, from the reviews I've seen, it's pretty much exactly what you expect. It's sort of like a middle-of-the-road God of War-inspired beat-em-up that's kind of fun. But, you know, it's not going to win any Game of the Year awards. But I wasn't expecting it to either. Okay, Craven. You are in the raffle. I'm just going to type Skeleton Craven instead of your actual nickname. But yeah. We also had a new game from the Katamari developer. From the old Katamari developer, who no longer has the rights to Katamari. To a T. Actually, I wonder if the music... I wonder if the music video is, that's the giraffe song. Is this the main theme song? Oh, it is. I just want to let this trailer play, because this game is awesome, and it's so underrated. And the intro song is such a banger. It's exactly what you would expect from the Katamari guy. I don't even know how to explain the gameplay of this. It's weird. It's weird and charming and memorable. It's just a good time. Yeah, less than 200 reviews. Very sad. I love it. Who knows? Who knows what dogs are thinking about ever? It's a mystery. Yeah, very cool and unique little game there. Definitely deserved more attention. And then we had Tainted Grail, which we already talked about. We had Onimusha 2 that came out. Haven't played that yet, so I don't really have a whole lot to say about it. But it's nice to get these classics back on PC. And then we had Trench Tales coming out in early access. And that was the, sort of the world... Was it World War I? Either way, this one was a game that I joined the Kickstarter for. Because it looked very cool. It's got some neat destruction mechanics and stuff like that. Strange war-torn world inspired by early 20th century themes. It actually launched into mixed reviews. It's still in early access, but it seems to have crawled up to mostly positive by now. I'm definitely waiting for 1.0 to play this. So hopefully the dev can get it sorted out. Hi Takeshi. How is Takeshi today? Merry Christmas to you. And Takeshi, we have a giveaway going on. If you're interested in the game Wild Bastards, then type raffle in chat to join the raffle. We're going to be picking a winner in a couple minutes. Oh, you got ads. Damn it. Those damn ads. Ruining Christmas. The early access release had some last minute bugs cropping up. I've been improving that quite a bit. Good to hear that he's working on it. Or they. I don't know if it's a solo dev or not. Everyone turned back around when the Switch 2 port of Skyrim came out. Which is apparently awful, with worse input latency. Oh, are you talking about... Oh yeah, you're talking about the recent one, right? Not the original Switch port. Apparently they did drop the ball on that. Three stops to go. Oh yeah, we also had... Tales of Seikyu. Which was one of those comfy life sim games. Also coming into early access. I really enjoyed the demo for this. It's got a Japanese theme. And it was pretty good. But this one's also in early access. So I'm waiting for the full release. As I do with a lot of things. Hey Jelly. How's it going? Well, since we have more people in chat now, I'm going to remind you that we have a giveaway for Wild Bastards going on. The strategy FPS by the creators of Void Bastards. So if you want to win that, type raffle in chat right now. Still a couple minutes left. Bet Bamco... You bet Bamco game, then grief. Game then grief. Reducing the tail. Oh yeah. I get what you're saying. Hopefully there won't be a lawsuit. And another May release that came out. May had a lot of games. Was Labyrinth of the Demon King. Which was one of those Kingsfield-inspired games. And this one had really excellent atmosphere. It was so good. Actually put me quite on edge when I played through the demo for this. Haven't picked it up yet, but I definitely want to. At some point. It's sitting at 92% positive. And it sounds like it deserves it, by all accounts. Did you actually play through it, Infernal? Did you get around to it yet? Bloody fantastic. You did indeed. You love it. Haven't picked it up either. Might eventually. Are you waiting for a deeper sale, Craven? But yeah, that was all of the May games. Or was it? No, there was one we left out. Of course. Doom, The Dark Ages. And to nobody's surprise, this is my Game of the Year pick. Nothing came close. I played some good games this year, but this was everything I wanted and more. It was so bloody good. I loved every second of it. I played through it twice. And I'm looking forward to starting a third playthrough once the DLC comes out. This one was certainly, like, the moments leading up to it. There was a fair bit of skepticism because of the new parry system. I think the main concern was that it was going to be, like, slow-paced. But at the end, it didn't feel slow-paced at all. It was a very, very fun combat sandbox. And I think in the end, I even liked it better than Eternal. And I'm a pretty big Eternal fan, so that's saying something. Only disappointment was, of course, the soundtrack. That left a bit of a sour taste in my mouth with how id Software treated Mick Gordon. And, you know, this is my personal opinion, of course, but I feel like there were a lot of other bands and artists out there that would have been a better fit for this. Andrew Holschultz, Sonic Mayhem, a bunch of people who have composed for other retro FPS games. But, you know, it is what it is. The soundtrack did not click for me at all. But everything else was good. There were also some other questionable design choices here, like the forced ray tracing and the $80 price tag. I didn't mind that personally, but I can definitely see why that got in the way for a lot of people. And why it also probably didn't sell as well as it would have for being a new Doom game. But just looking at the footage here is making me want to do a third playthrough already. Fast for being stand-up fight, exactly. Very fast. And you can make it even faster with all the difficulty selections and sliders. 50% off right now. Yeah, this is a very good price for this, I feel. A very excellent price. %87% positive. That's actually higher than I expected, because this one was quite divisive. But then again, new Doom games have been divisive ever since Eternal, haven't they? People like to argue about them. Doom. It are magicians and makes it all work. Yep. The music is good. I don't know about that. But it's good that you enjoyed it, at least. Not big levels of genius. Weird pick for composers. Picked up Eternal because it's Doom. Tempted to skip Dark Ages, even if it's Doom in name. But what if it goes on 90% off, Craven? Will you be able to resist the call? But yes. We're gonna do our second giveaway now for Wild Bastards. If we have any last-minute additions, then type raffle in chat right now, before we spin the wheel. You want Wild Bastards the game, a Steam key. Otherwise, it's gonna be a battle of two again. Needs to be 95% off, or free. Maybe they will give it away free sometime. What if it's Epic? I don't know if Craven's got Epic. Unchained Predator. Now, there's a name for a Predator sequel. But I don't think we have any more takers for the giveaway. So, let's see who wins a copy of Wild Bastards on Steam. Oh. Oh, it's going to be very close again. Who is it? I don't know. I don't know who that is. It's Skeleton Craven. Skeleton Craven won. Congratulations. You won a copy of Wild Bastards. Unfortunately, Infernal didn't win anything, but I think Infernal won quite a lot last year, didn't you? I feel like you won most of the giveaways we did last year. Would use your rigged joke. Those were close wins. Very close indeed. Yes, I shall DM a key right now. There you go, Craven. Enjoy your game. So yeah. God, this took longer than I thought. I should probably speed through the rest of these. Well, maybe not speed through it, but... Moving on to the second half of the year now. In June... I can't believe that this came out in June. And I still haven't played it. In June, we have the long-awaited System Shock 2 25th Anniversary Remaster. One of my favorite games of all time, and I still haven't gotten around to this. I am ashamed. I have to make time for it, like, very soon. Because I've been waiting... How long has this been in development? 6-7 years. It finally came out. And it seems like it was a good remaster. And it's 25% off right now. $25 for one of the best Sims ever made. Not a terrible deal. I know some people thought it was a bit pricey, and I kind of agree. I'm not a huge fan of the $30 Night Dive remasters, but... You know, I also personally think it's kind of worth it for a game that you love. This makes you depressed. The tractor's getting more fuel. Was there any controversies around this? I think it was mostly just people being impatient for it to come out, wasn't it? But it seems to have been well received, at the very least. There's HD assets. Imagine that adds to the cost. Yeah. But they certainly did put a lot of time and effort into this one. And I think it shows in the end. It stayed true to the original art style, and it's just a good remaster. And it revived the multiplayer, even more importantly. Which is very nice to see for old games like this. Doesn't have the weird messy baggage that Blood refreshes, but yeah. Also true. Blood Fresh was the start of it. You had to leave the Duke 4 Discord. We're fed up with their crap. Understandable. You know, if you're experiencing a toxic community like that, then it's probably best for your sanity to just leave. And otherwise, in June, we of course had the Stellar Blade PC port, which was something that a lot of people have been waiting for. And I think it sold pretty well, despite being like $70. Yeah. Almost 60,000 reviews. Quite a banger of a game. I'm glad to see it's doing well. We're also getting a Stellar Blade 2. I think that's been all but confirmed. Beyond that, we got a DLC for the RoboCop game. RoboCop Rogue City. The first-person shooter that was sort of like a spiritual successor to Fear in a lot of ways. Has that same kind of like tactical, slow-paced combat and just mayhem and destruction everywhere. And I've heard that the DLC is supposed to be pretty good. I haven't played it myself yet. Yet to play the base game of Rogue City. You've heard plenty good things. Yeah, same. I haven't finished Rogue City. I played quite a bit of it. And it's damn enjoyable. Combat is so much fun. Ooh. Oh, I think my package is here. I'm gonna have to BRB and receive my Steam Deck. So, hang on a sec, folks. Ah, there we go. The Steam Deck is in my hands. Taking all of my willpower to resist just tearing the box open right now. I'm so happy it got here before Christmas. Otherwise, I would have had to wait until the 29th for the next delivery. Open it live on camera. I don't have a camera, Drakaya. I don't have a webcam. Yeah, I can play Doom Eternal on the Steam Deck. Did buy many titles this week. The winter sale. And winter sale stuff. I bought way too many games as well. I need to calm down. One of my New Year's resolutions for next year is going to be to limit the amount of games I buy every month. So we'll see how that goes. Craven infesting your brain with desires for 95% off. Don't know anything about Stellar Blade. Almost certain you saw 3 or 4 dozen shorts about ladder climbing. People are quite fond of the main character, yeah. He's got a certain appeal. Let's leave it at that. There's an achievement for shooting someone in the dick. Wait, in RoboCop or in Stellar Blade? Because I can see that fitting for both of them. Doom Eternal about the thing is. Never spent this much on a winter sale. Got the rest of the Recharge Collection, Namco DLC for Atari 50. Silly Polybeasts. I enjoyed the demo for that a lot. And Onirism! We're actually going to do some Onirism later when we play some games, because the new Christmas map is out. But yeah, I've always been a huge fan of Onirism. I bought it back in 2019 when it was really early in early access, and it's been a joy to just see it grow over the years. Those developers are so dedicated. It's easy to tell how much love they poured into that game. And they certainly had a couple of bumps when releasing into 1.0 finally. But it seems like they've ironed out most of the issues now. So it's probably good that you waited a couple months to get it. Interesting, Onirism as bundles involving Serious Sam. Well, when you play through Onirism, you may see a couple of enemies that look familiar. Without spoiling anything too much. Let's just say it takes inspiration from a lot of different classic boomer shooters. It's got quite a few references. Right, now, where was I? Yeah, the last June release that was interesting to me was The Altars. We did the demo for this on stream. Survival base building with a twist. Very cool sci-fi game that has some unique mechanics to it, without spoiling too much. But another one of those rock-solid AA games that has done really well for itself. And also ran surprisingly well. Super optimized and smooth. Interesting setting. Just a good, solid game. And it recently got a free content update as well. Is he wearing like a sheep? What is he wearing on his head? That might be a bunny mask. It's not a silly game though. Even if it may have some silly cosmetics. You did the math, even with sales. Yeah, my bank account is also looking rather damaged at the moment. I already spent too much on the sale, and then I also got Christmas presents for people, and it was quite a lot in the end. But it is Christmas only once a year, isn't it? As long as you can afford food after, that's the important thing. Right then, moving swiftly on to July. There's not a whole lot to mention in July. On the FPS front, we got Brutal John 2, which for some reason was renamed Brutal John 2, even though it's the first Brutal John game. And it's in early access, so I haven't played it yet. But it sounds like it was pretty good. Another boomer shooter for the Horde. And then we had a game that I can't look up here because it's a Switch exclusive, Donkey Kong Bonanza, which I enjoyed greatly. It was just fun. I've never played a Donkey Kong game before. It was my first. And it's got that, you know, I would say similar quality to the modern 3D Mario games. Where it does all the platforming stuff really well. It's got some unique gimmicks and stuff like that that keep things fresh and interesting, and it was just good. Very solid. Was it $80 worth of good, though? I'm not sure about that. Also not a huge fan of the price hikes over at Nintendo. Especially since they also never go on sale. Or very rarely. Anyway. Yeah, that was all for July. And in August, we got some more FPS goodness. We got some more FPS goodness with Voidbreaker. Now, this one is possibly in my top 5 of the year. I've got a bit of roguelike fatigue these days, but this one was so good that it completely undid that, and I enjoyed it greatly. It's a very cool sci-fi roguelike FPS with some destruction. It's got a lot of destruction mechanics. And it's a damn good time. It's still in early access. And I definitely look forward to seeing how this one shapes up. And also in August, we had Gears of War Reloaded. A remake of the first Gears of War game. And it was my first exposure to Gears of War ever. We streamed that one. And it was fun. I wasn't expecting Gears of War to be that good, honestly. I thought it was just like... I don't know what I thought. I always had the impression that the Gears of War games were kind of mid. But I had a blast with it. It was just super fun, solid mechanics. I thought it was like a Temu version of Warhammer. But it turned out to be more than that. And it had its own set of deep lore and stuff like that. Clearly inspired by Warhammer, but not to the point where it felt like a clone or anything. So yeah, that was a good time. And we also had Abysses. And I might actually pick this up. This might be the last thing I pick up in the Christmas sale. They call this a Brinepunk FPS, and it's got some underwater themes, kind of like BioShock-y. But it's another roguelike. Apparently it's got very good boss fights. And you can also play it in co-op. Buy it, Infernal, and we can play. Let's play Abysses together. But it seems like it's also good in solo. It's got weapon mods, cool weapons, good shooting. I do believe this one's also still in... No, it's not in early access. It's out. It's just out. You can buy it right now and get the full package. But I think they're still doing big content updates for it. So that's neat. General Ram. Is that a streamer? Getting into Killer Instinct. I was almost contemplating getting into Killer Instincts just because of the Mick Gordon soundtrack, but fighting games aren't really my kind of jam. The big bad of Gears of War. He's getting into Killer Instinct. Oh, I see. Like a collab. Get to punt him around with Rash the Battletoad. Been in there for a long time now. Oh, I see. It's always a worry with games that age. Does Fear need any help running on modern platforms? As someone who replays Fear every 2 years, no, it doesn't, Powerwolf. The only thing you might need, and I could send you the file for this if you have the trouble. There's a DLL file that I have to put in, and it's related to mouse. It's I don't know. It's a DLL file that's related to your mouse somehow, and it needs to be in the Fear folder, otherwise the game runs at like 5 FPS. I don't understand how that works, but I always get that problem. You just slap the DLL file in the folder and the game runs well again. I think with some of the expansions, you also have to go into the INI files to get full HD resolution, because it's not listed in the game's resolution options. But it still works. Also, the expansions have some audio bugs that you can get sometimes. But the first one should run silky smooth. And still looks great. Yeah, do it. Oh, Fear is so good. Bloody amazing. Have fun with that. So, oh boy. Moving on to September. September had a lot of games. But I think the best one. And of course, I was just lying about Doom the Dark Ages being my Game of the Year pick. This is my true Game of the Year. Brazilian Drug Dealer 3. What a game this was. This voiceover. So yeah, this game was a brain fuck and a half. I streamed a session of this and I was so overwhelmed. I had like sensory overload, and I just didn't know what was going on half the time. But it was fun. It plays like a shitpost like Quake map, custom Quake map, and it was surprisingly competent for what it was. I enjoyed it. It was only $5, but it's 30% off right now. Would recommend if you're in the mood for just a silly shitpost game. It's just a mindless good time. Otherwise, in September, we had Metal Eden. Possibly also in my top 5 FPS of the year. This one was by Raycon Games, makers of what was that other game there? Yeah, Ruiner. Makers of Ruiner. They tried their hands at a first-person shooter, and it was very clearly inspired by Doom 2016, and it's bloody awesome. Now, some people were dissatisfied with the price tag because they thought the game was too short to be $35. I felt like I got my money's worth, but that'll be up to you. It's also on sale now, 50% off. That is a very good price for it, I feel.
Seems like the wait is finally over.
Excellent feeling combat.
You guys ready?
Huge recommend on this one. Easily one of my favorites.
What we were able to accomplish makes me very proud, Aska.
You can even turn into a Metroid ball.
And more so, it makes me look forward to our future endeavors.
And it's got the voice actor from Skyrim, if you can recognize him. The Cloud District guy. He's in a lot of animes as well.
The future looks so promising.
Oh, yeah. Very good game. And September also brought us Cultic Chapter 2. Now, I have not started this yet, but I've heard some mixed things about Cultic Chapter 2. Apparently, people either loved it or hated it. I personally loved the first chapter. And what I've heard is that Chapter 2 has much bigger levels to the point of being kind of tedious to go through. And it's easy to get lost in them, and there's a lot of backtracking is what I've heard. And yeah, like Kako there pointed out, also cranked up the difficulty quite a bit. So, well, you know, I guess I'll have to see how I feel about it when I get around to it. Probably going to play this early next year. But, you know, the dev is very talented, so Even if it's not quite as good as Chapter 1, I still think it's going to be a good time overall. I think at 85%, so most people seem to like it. Have you... You haven't started this yet, Drakaya, have you? I don't think so. I don't know when you're planning to get around to this. You're probably going to record it. Yeah, Hisoka's English voice actor. He gets around. He was very good as Hisoka as well. Hopefully in the first half of 2026. Nice. I still need to get around to starting to watch the Trepang 2 playthrough. Because I've been so busy with the Christmas specials. And I've also seen you, Drakaya, just sneakily going back and liking some of my 5-year-old comments. I'm not sure what that's about. Maybe you're just looking through some old videos or something. Then we had Jet Runner coming out in September. That is a first-person parkour game that probably only I care about because I'm crazy about parkour games. But that was pretty good as well. We had Pigface. This was an interesting one. This was one of those ultra-violent FPSs that came out in early access. And the demo was quite enjoyable for this. Kind of like a Hotline Miami in first person kind of thing. You can beat people with hammers, just like in Condemned.
It's in your best interest to listen to me. This is your apartment. You spend time here between jobs.
I've been following this game on the developer's Twitter for quite a while. So it's been interesting to see it shape up, and probably going to play it when it comes out in full. Whenever that is. Oh wait, no. Oh yeah, it is early access. How long was it going to be in early access? About a year. Shouldn't be too long of a wait then. And then we have... Now, people were very excited. People were quite excited to see what Bloober Team were cooking up after the wildly successful Silent Hill 2 remake that completely turned their reputation around. Bloober was known for making sort of mediocre horror games that lacked subtlety. And then Silent Hill 2 remake came out and everyone was doubting it. And everyone was proven wrong, as it turned out to be excellent. And it's always nice to see a dev team just completely turn their reputation around like that. And then came their next outing, Chronos: The New Dawn. I very recently played the demo for this, and I loved it. It seems to be very good. I've heard from reviews that it apparently doesn't have the best narrative. But gameplay-wise, it's just a rock-solid survival horror that's also very difficult. But it just recently got an update that added Temporal Diver Mode, new difficulty option. They added an easier difficulty. So yeah, I did pick this up. Looking forward to playing it. Then we had Dying Light, the Beast. Another Dying Light game. After Dying Light 2 released to some mixed reception because of way too much focus on the human faction system and an uninteresting protagonist, people didn't love Dying Light 2. So they decided to bring back the protagonist from 1, and they also sort of went back to their roots on this one and made it more similar to... It brought back a lot of the things that people loved from Dying Light 1. And I played a bit of this, and it's very good. It's enjoyable. It's got good parkour, good combat. It's also got a story, but not the kind of game I play for the story. The story in Dying Light 1 was also kind of ass. But it wasn't the focus, so I didn't mind. Yeah. Seemed like a solid time. Good game. And then Silent Hill F also came out in September. I don't really have a whole lot to say about that. It's a new Silent Hill set in Japan. It seems to be good. I haven't played it yet. I want to play it. But I've also been avoiding spoilers. I know that the story has been a bit controversial. But I'll have to see how I feel about it when I get around to it myself. And of course, the last mention for September is a game that I have been completely addicted to. Gambling Simulator, Clover Pit. Clover Pit, my beloved. Much like Buckshot Roulette before it, it's just a very simple concept. Just exceptionally well done. You're stuck in a room. You've got a gambling machine. You've got Lucky Charms that can sort of wiggle the odds in your favor. And it's just a lot of fun. And you can experience all the highs and lows of gambling, but without getting into crippling debt, which is nice. And this is my indie game of the year. Very easy pick there. And it's currently on sale for 20 bucks. I was a little bit unsure about the price when it came out because Buckshot Roulette was like $3, but this one had way more hours. It took me 13 hours to actually beat the game for the first time and win. But it's got gameplay modes and stuff beyond just winning ones. So you can squeeze a lot more hours out of this one. Big recommend for that. So, now we're on to October. And in October, we got Keeper. Which is a new game by Double Fine. And in my opinion, it's the absolutely best game Double Fine has ever done. I played through this a couple weeks ago and I completely fell in love with it. It's a game where you play as a living lighthouse. And it's, it's an adventure. It's a journey through strange lands. And not a word is spoken throughout the whole game. But it manages to stay very interesting throughout its relatively short runtime. It's got some unexpected twists and surprises. Kind of unpredictable. And it was just an absolute joy. I would not hesitate to call this a 10 out of 10. Definitely deserves its rating there. Now, I played this for free on Game Pass. Because $35 did seem a bit steep. But definitely worth picking up on a sale. Double Fine still got it. Even got a bit teary towards the end. Which I kind of expected, because it's one of those games, You can predict that it's going to get emotional. Otherwise, in October, we got Ninja Gaiden 4, which is apparently very, very difficult. Ninja Gaiden is back. I've never played a Ninja Gaiden before, and I'm not sure if I'm going to start with this one. But it seems like at least Ninja Gaiden fans got exactly what they wanted out of that, so that's good. And we had Ball X Pit, another banger from Devolver. Going to be playing that a little bit more throughout the Christmas week. Basically Breakout, but tower defense. We had a brand new Katamari game as well, coming out on the Switch and PC. And it was fun. It had some new tricks up its sleeve that... It's the same old gameplay that you know and love from Katamari, but with an extra twist that makes it just that little bit more engaging, to where it's something new and fresh, and it's enjoyable. And then we got The Outer Worlds 2, another game from Obsidian. And while it isn't really saying much, Outer Worlds 2 might be the best game Obsidian has come out with in quite a while. It's definitely a huge improvement over the first one in a lot of ways, and also looking like it's a lot better than Avowed. It's still not old school Obsidian levels of good, of course, but it's certainly an improvement on what they've been putting out lately. And I played a couple sessions of it. I've enjoyed it so far. And then on the FPS front, we of course had Painted in Blood. This was an interesting one. And to nobody's surprise, I haven't gotten around to it yet. But looking forward to it. Seemed to maybe lean a little bit more on the survival horror side of things. Still very actiony though. But less so than other pure boomer shooters. Bit of a mix. Like light survival horror, I guess you could say. How does a living tower game get emotional? Well, you have a bird companion. And the bird gets babies. Bird babies, Craven. Only game that's ever come slightly close to prying a tear from your eye is Arise. Arise. I feel like I've heard about that before. Something went wrong. Hello? Oh god, did Steam go down? Is Steam having a fart? Gabe, did you destroy the internet? Oh no. Oh, there we go. Arise, a simple story. Well, it's 80% off right now. Well, if it was that good. 91%. Maybe I should add it to my wish list. Could say it got a rise out of you. It got an Atelier rise out of you. What is that emote, Zach? Who's this? It's someone sitting in a stocking, I think. Oh, it's Drakaya. It's like the emotes are so small on my phone that I can barely see. I didn't recognize the kobold. He's stinking up the Christmas sock, Drakaya. Get him out of there. He's gonna ruin the candy left from Santa.
This isn't a beach, this is a bathtub.
Thank you for the hydrate. So that was everything for October. We're getting towards the end, guys. Only 2 more months left. In November, we got a new Hyrule Warriors for the Switch 2. I haven't gotten it yet, but I wished for it for Christmas from family. So I might get it. And it's exciting for me because I've always been interested in Hyrule Warriors. I've been wanting to get into more Musou games. However, the first 2 Hyrule Warriors, they ran like shit because they were on the Switch 1. And I tried the demo for it, and like the frame rate tanked so bad that it was borderline unplayable in some sections. So the Switch 1 hardware definitely wasn't cut out for that style of game. But now that we have the Switch 2, I'm looking forward to finally trying one of those out. And from the reviews, it sounds like it's been pretty good. And we also got some interesting FPS games in November. One of them was Rack Reclaimed, a remaster slash remake of a 2013 classic FPS. An FPS that back in its time, it actually tried reviving the boomer shooter genre. It wasn't quite successful, but it was a good time. Rack Reclamation. And we tried the demo for this recently, we streamed it, and it had some nice additions that made the combat just pop a little bit more. It added some cool stuff that just elevated the combat, I feel. And yeah, seems like it's good. Oh my, this has not sold very well. Most people probably don't even remember Rack. 14 reviews. Oof. I almost feel sorry for the dev. But then again, I think there was like zero marketing for this. I even discovered it by accident. I didn't even know that this was being made. But hopefully some YouTubers can cover it or something and give it a little bit of traction. It's not even that expensive. And it's got a bundle for existing owners for a bit of a loyalty discount, which is nice. Dev previously worked on Skull Tag, where crap happened in the community and he called it quits. Then Xanodrum happened. I see. Bit of history there. Played the first one. Oh, I didn't even know the first Hyrule Warriors came out for Wii U. I wouldn't be surprised if it ran better on the Wii U than on the Switch one. Only Wii U game you actually completed. Can't really complete Smash Bros. Yeah, I guess not. You emulated Sonic Boom. Didn't complete it when you had your Wii U. You never added Painted in Blood to your list. Just when you made a good dent in it. Yeah, I know, right? The pain of the ever-growing wish list. Infernal is the only one who seems to have conquered his wish list. But has it stayed conquered Infernal, or has it started growing yet? Has it turned into a Sonic fanfiction once more? Hopefully you've managed to keep a leash on it. And we also had another interesting one in November called Ambrosia Sky. Now, this one is an immersive sim. And it's an interesting one. It's got like some suck mechanics. You have a bunch of goop on spaceships and you suck it up. Very cool and unique game, this. And I don't think I streamed the demo because it didn't work for me the first time I tried it. But I did play it later. And it was good. Also doesn't seem to have sold very well. Kind of obscure. But definitely a must check out for immersive sim fans, I feel. And then we got Captain Wayne. Vacation Desperation. A cool GC Doom game with some crazy combat. The combat was actually way more fast-paced and chaotic than I was expecting from a GC Doom game. But it's almost got like a sort of 80s anime art style to it. The demo for this was very fun. And it's always good to get more pirate-themed games as well. You're a pirate with a robot hand. Got overwhelmingly positive reviews. Definitely deserved from the demo. Yeah, I haven't started this yet, but looking forward to it. And thank you again to the person who gifted this. You know who you are. And then to cap off November, we had After Blasts, Another roguelite. Excuse me. Stop breaking Steam. Oh, for fuck's sake. But yeah, Afterblast was another roguelite FPS. There's been a lot of those this year, but it was another one that was so good that I managed to get over my roguelike fatigue. And I've been waiting for this to come out for a long time because it kept getting delayed over and over again. I think this was originally supposed to come out in like 2023, but they just kept on delaying it. But it seems to have been worth the wait, because the final game was very good. I think it's it's also in early access. So it's still not technically out. Another roguelike. I know there's so many of them. But, you know, as long as they've got good combat and decent variety in power-ups and synergies, that's all I need. And it's also got co-op. Lost Soul bit the connection in the ass. Chomping on the wires. Seems like something a Lost Soul would do. And now we are coming up on the current month, December. It's Christmas. Christmas is here, everyone. And this month was also not lacking for releases. We, of course, had Metroid Prime 4 on the Switch, too, which seems to have been a very divisive release amongst Metroid Prime fans. Some people were not too happy about the direction it went in with open world stuff and a far too chatty side character that a lot of people seem to absolutely hate. But on the other side of the coin, it also seems like the good old classic Metroid Prime gameplay is back and is very good. Apparently the combat feels great, the enemies and the exploration is supposed to be good as well. So yeah. I've yet to play it myself, but I probably will someday. On the PC side of things, we got a game coming out that has been in development for a super long time. I do believe it's 13 years by now. It's Routine, the sci-fi FPS that is sort of inspired a little bit by Alien Isolation. It's kind of that style of game. And I know I've been excited for this one for a long ass time. And it's finally here. For a while there, it seemed like the project might be dead. Like it wasn't going to come out at all. But then they surprised us. And I've heard nothing but good things about it so far. So I am super excited to delve into this one very soon. And we also had Transience this month, which is a tactical FPS inspired by Fear and those kind of games. It's apparently made by a YouTuber called Big Fry, who does a lot of FPS content. I haven't seen his channel before, but I'm gonna have to check that out. And it seems like this one has been sort of well received. I've heard some complaints about the AI. That seems to be the main thing that's holding tactical shooters back even these days, is that you got a lot of these games coming out and the AI just is not on par with Fear. Fear really was lightning in a bottle in that regard. But maybe the AI will be improved with some updates. We shall see. Either way, it looks cool. It's got a nice art style, some chonky shooting going on. I enjoyed the demo. And I look forward to delving into this one as well. Lots of cool FPSs this year. And that brings us to the last game on my list that I wanted to talk about. That is Skate Story. I don't know how Devolver keeps finding these games, but they do. You always know you're in for a good and unique time when Devolver Digital comes out with a new game. Now, I'm not even a huge fan of skating games, but I'm gonna play this. Just excellent vibes. I played the demo for this, and within 10 minutes I could tell that this was going to be something special. This is going to be a cult classic. I feel like this one's going to stand the test of time, and it's going to be remembered for a long time. It has that feel to it, like, this is a gem. Oh yeah, also you get to destroy the moon, somehow. I don't know how that works. Oh yeah, that came out just 2 weeks ago. So that was my 2025 year in games. I probably forgot something. It's difficult to remember everything that came out. And I've played more games than those I mentioned, obviously, but those were by far the ones that stood out. And so to summarize, my game of the year is, of course, Doom the Dark Ages. Indie game of the year is Clover Pit. And I would say it's been a pretty damn solid year for video games. Welcome back from undisclosed cleavage, Infernal. You prefer shooting bullets at the moon and making it say, ow. It's a kickflip dies horribly. Yeah, that is definitely going to be my experience playing it for the first time. Probably gonna die a lot. I'm terrible at skating. I am no skater gator. Wonder what game is Drukaya's December pick. But yeah, I'm not going to ramble on for 2 hours about this, but we are going to take a little bit of a look at what games are coming out next year that I'm looking forward to, or that I'm hoping is going to come out next year. So let's go all the way down here to the unreleased game section and see what we got. So Deus Ex Remastered obviously got delayed infinitely. It was supposed to come out in February. And I certainly hope that they take their time with this one and do it justice. I saw some people were very upset that Aspyr was involved, and I think we all would have preferred Night Dive to handle this one. But I mean, Aspyr did the Soul Reaver and the Tomb Raider remasters, and those were good, from what I know. So hopefully it turns out good. Animal Use Protocol is going to come out in 2026. Luna Abyss. Definitely looking very much forward to those. Also hoping that The Expanse Osiris Reborn is going to come out. Because I love The Expanse universe. I got really hooked on the TV show. It really... I've always been on the search for more sort of hard sci-fi. You know, futuristic sci-fi that's more about the political intrigue and all the political systems that goes on and stuff like that. You know, kind of like Mass Effect. And The Expanse is pretty much the closest I've been able to get to that. So getting a large-scale RPG in that world is very exciting. Hope it turns out good. Ill. Now this one I'm especially looking forward to. I really hope that this is going to come out next year. It looks so creepy and weird. We shall see. It will be fun to look through everything you played this year and choose a favorite. Yeah. I look forward to Drax video as well. Ill. The prequel to Ill Will. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, feel free to mention your game of the year in the comments. I'm interested to hear what your picks are. Hell yeah. Can't wait for this one. It looks so good. And like the creatures in this game, they look at that. They stare at you. They don't make any sounds. They don't growl or do monster growls or anything like that. They're just completely silent, and there's something so eerie and off-putting about that. Sometimes they just stand still and stare at you. Really looking forward to that. Resident Evil Requiem. I'm very excited for that as well. Hope it turns out good. Not sure if I'm gonna get it at launch. We shall see. And then we have all of these. Fatekeeper, Alcahest, Unawake, Covenant. These are all games that are first-person melee combat-focused games in a dark fantasy setting. Sort of inspired by Dark Messiah. But there's not a lot of information on either of them. Would be nice to get one of these, though. Next year. Judas, of course, the Bioshock-inspired one. Industria 2. The demo for Industria 2 was so good. I'm super looking forward to that. Don't know if we're gonna get it already in 2026, but it would be nice. Sorge 2. Another one I'm very looking forward to. I wonder when the Tomb Raider is gonna come out. That was just announced, so it might be a while still. And there, of course, is Nivalis. It's been a long wait for Nivalis. It was supposed to come out last year.
Hey there.
It got delayed.
Get up. What do you hear when you wake up each morning?
I just hope that Nivalis is gonna live up to expectations once it finally drops. Because expectations are sky high.
Only the most observant residents of Nivalis stands to.
It has the potential to be Cyberpunk Kino.
Nivalis stretches out in all visible directions. This city can be a bewildering place.
Indeed it can. So fingers crossed that they hit their 2026 release window. Or Zorch maximum from one alien-related situation to another. Those FPS Pro tags never get a break, do they? Very excited for Nivalis 2. Phantom Blade 0. That's quite a ways away still. Oh, Compound Fracture. That was the Dino FPS. Been waiting for news about that for a long time. Shell Soldier, another Fair-like. Final Absolution. That was the one that was inspired by Doom 64. That's slated for a release next year. I'm definitely picking that up when it comes out. I don't think there's been a single other indie FPS inspired by Doom 64. So that will be nice. And Threat Vector, that was the new game. Yeah, the new game by the Wrath developers. I'm interested in this one. But that's not until 2027, so still a ways away. Anything else interesting? The further down on the list we go, the less excited I am for them, but still excited. Sin Reloaded, oh my god. What do you guys think? Is this fucking thing ever coming out? Is it ever coming out? How long has it been now? Was this announced in Realms Deep 2020? Thanks for nothing, 3D Realms, yeah. I liked the original Sin. It was a decent game. And I would have liked to play the remaster. Maybe it will suddenly come out someday and surprise us all, but it's not looking too good. Tellers. That teller sign is really important. It's been so long. Meganaut, the new game from the Lawrence Lure developer. Oh yeah, Crimson Desert. I am curious how this one's going to turn out. It's a new single-player hack and slash style open world game by the makers of Black Desert. And Black Desert was definitely the MMO that captured me the most out of all the ones I've tried. So will this be able to recapture the same magic? I can only wait and see. Also curious if Age of Hell is coming out anytime soon, or if it's still years away. Ridgeburner has been working on it hard for a long time. But it certainly is taking some time to come out. But I'm sure it will be great when it does. Yeah, the John Romero FPS that got saved from cancellation. Also very excited to hear more about that. John R. Blade, quite a protagonist. Helps that he and JC have names literally based on John Romero and John... Oh! I didn't know that. I didn't know it was based on that. That does make a lot of sense. Can't keep track of release dates. Been waiting forever on... Effulgence RPG. Came out this month. Don't think I've heard of that one. Shadow Hearts 2 and Metaphor Ray Fantasio battling for top spot of a new game for this year. Yeah. God. Oh, I don't know when I'm gonna get around to Metaphor. Because I kinda have the JRPG slots packed for next year. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to sneak it in. That might be a 2027 game for me. But I have heard great things. Suikoden, Dragon Quest IV... Wait. Did Dragon Quest IV... That didn't get a remaster, right? Yet? I think it was just 1, 2, and 3. But I guess you played 4 for the first time. New to you. Right, got it. And Final Fantasy IX. I'm sure that remaster is going to be announced any second now. Certainly. Just keep huffing the copium. But yeah, I think that was most of the interesting stuff. Gothic 1 Remake. The playable teaser from 5 years ago was absolutely terrible. But the new demo that came out this year was really good. At least I enjoyed it. So, excited to see how that's going to turn out. Well, the new Onimusha as well, of course. A Hellraiser game that potentially looks good. Righto. That was all the steamy stuff. So, yeah, that was my 2025 year in review. Took way longer to get through that than I thought it would. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about the future of this channel of Reptiloids Gaming. I've been going for almost 10 years with this. I've been streaming almost 10 years. And it's been a fun 10 years. But the truth of the matter is, I do still enjoy streaming very much. But I don't have the same energy that I used to. And even though people assure me that it hasn't, I still feel a bit self-conscious about my commentary. I feel like my commentary has gone downhill a little bit. It depends, though. It depends on how much I enjoy the game I'm currently playing. But all in all, I'm going to stream a little bit less going forward, is the idea. It's not going to be 2 or 3 times a week anymore. So, I made a shitty little infographic thing here. Oh god, this is gonna be cursed. There we go. Let's have a look at this nonsense. Visual aids. So that's me there, and that's you, the audience. Yeah, that's chat. Visual aids, literally aids, yeah. Hi, Drakaya, what? What's going on, Drakaya? Did I miss something? Reptiloid. You hope you make the streaming fun. Of course you do. That's like one of the best parts, is interacting with you lads. Nothing, you're just a big green pea man. Thank you. Thank you for that lovely compliment. But yeah, what does soft retirement mean for me? Well, I'm not going to stop streaming. And I certainly don't have any plans to permanently stop streaming anytime soon. Don't worry about that. But instead of 2 to 3 times per week, streams will be a lot more impulsive going forward. We're not going to do, like, structured, oh, this month I'm going to play through this game and that game and that game. Instead, it's going to be more of a whenever I feel like it basis. If a new cool game comes out that I feel like streaming, or if I get the urge to replay an old classic that I don't have a playthrough of on the channel, then I'm just going to do it. And when I do stream, it might also be multiple days in a row, just to get through a game relatively quickly, instead of spending months on a single playthrough. Like, kind of like we did with Shadow of Mordor. We blasted through that game in 4 days, and it was good. And yeah, games, like I said right there, games will mostly not be planned in advance, but I mean, I still do have some games that I've planned for next year. Replays, specifically. And there may be weeks, months between playthroughs. Probably not months, but definitely weeks. I'm planning to take January off, at the very least, at the start of the new year. But we'll be back in February for some JRPG stuff. And yeah, the starting times is not going to change much. I do sometimes like to start a bit early. Even though it means less viewers sometimes, it's more convenient for my normal schedule. Actually, in February, it's going to be a shorter one. It's going to be a little 12-hour JRPG that Zach gifted me. Just to sort of ease us into a JRPG year. And yeah, streams could get shorter. I do often do like 4 to 5 hour streams, and that sometimes does take a bit of a toll. So I wouldn't mind doing shorter streams overall. Sometimes my throat even hurts. Having to talk for so long. So yeah, that is the plan. And I'm quite happy with that. I'm happy with this development.
This isn't a beach, this is a bathtub.
As I approach 40 and I have less energy, I think that this is a good direction to go in. But yeah, I also definitely don't want to stop streaming. And also, we're still going to do Spooktober specials and Christmas specials every year. That's going to be a regular thing that's not going to stop. Thank you for the hydrate. So there you go. That is what soft retirement entails, pretty much. And I hope hard retirement is still many years away. Hard because it's hentai games only on Wank Hub. There have been times where I have pondered opening an account on like an adult streaming site. It was for a specific game. God, what was that? It was some adult game that actually had gameplay. But I don't remember what it was. Anyway, that didn't come to fruition. The real reason is Reptiloid is soft retiring so he can focus on finding Mrs. Reptiloid. But I thought Mrs. Reptiloid already existed, according to Castus. I don't know who she is. It's still a mystery to me, but... yeah. I mean, JRPGs generally are like... they're paced in a way that longer streams is very doable. You know, compared to like a high-intensity FPS or something like that. It's easier to do long streams of JRPGs. Can you imagine if we did 2-hour streams of Dragon Quest XI? How many sessions would that be? I don't even want to think about it. Oh, it could have been Subverse, actually. Craven. I don't think it was Spooky Milk Life. I don't even think I have that. Wait, do I have that? Maybe I do. Oh, yeah, I got that gifted, didn't I? No, I think it was someone else who got it gifted. Maybe I gifted it to someone. I don't remember. But yeah. Now that we've gone through that, let's see what kind of games we're going to expect to see on the channel next year. Now, like I mentioned, Rhapsody, a musical adventure, a short JRPG for February. And also in February, I want to start the Mass Effect replay that I've had on my mind for a long time now. I've really been itching for a Mass Effect replay. And I want to stream at least the first game. Mass Effect is quite long, so I don't know if I'm going to stream the trilogy. But definitely the first game. And I would also maybe like to replay Hat in Time at some point in 2026. And even Skyrim. Now, if I end up streaming Skyrim, it's not going to be like a 100-hour playthrough. It might just be like a couple of sessions here and there as I go through it, mostly in my own time. Because I have been wanting to... I've never played the Anniversary Edition of Skyrim before. I'm not sure, actually, if I'm gonna do the Nightmare difficulty run of Prey in 2026. I feel like I could still leave that for another year, because the last playthrough of Prey I did is still pretty fresh in mind. So that might be 2027. And of course, we're going to keep on doing the Arena of Trials. We still have some games to try out there. Some 2D platformers and a bunch of other stuff. I wanted to do a Warhammer edition of Arena of Trials. And I've got a bunch of one-offs planned as well. I'm probably going to do the Tales of Graces remaster one-off in February. And Daggerfall Unity. I want to try that out to see if I even like it, to see if it's any good. Daggerfall might be a bit too archaic for me personally, for my taste, but I'm willing to give it a good old college try, as they say. And then I still owe it to Infernal to do one-offs of Bleak Faith and Dolmen. Someday TM, Infernal. Someday TM. But yeah, I gotta take it when the mood is right for some Souls-likes. Just gonna check here. I added some more priorities, some more levels of priorities in my Steam library. So now I have an extreme priority level. That's the highest one. Let me just see in here if there's anything else I might stream. There's Arx Fatalis. Maybe that could be something to stream. Darksiders 2 might also be fun to stream. Potentially. Disco Elysium would definitely not be fun to stream, because that would be 50 hours of me having to read. And my throat would be dead. I'm gonna play Disco Elysium on my Steam Deck, so I can play it in bed. That would be good. Forgive Me Father 2. That could be a good streaming candidate. Okami might also be good to stream. Red Faction Guerrilla Remastered could also be fun to stream. So yeah, we're certainly not lacking for options here. Forgive Me Father 2 is great. Yeah, it is. The demo was very fun. You've yet to play A Hat in Time. Oh, you should get around to that. It's a very good game. You see gorilla every time you hear gorilla. Yeah, it reminds me of like old Guerrilla Warfare copy pasta. Righto. Well, now that we've gone all over that, we are going to end the stream. It's not quite over yet. But now we're going to switch to the gaming portion of the stream. But I need to get up and go to the toilet and also stretch my legs a little bit. So I'll do a quick BRB. And then we'll come back and we'll play some Christmas video games. Among others, Onirism as well. There. The human hands for Infernal. Yeah. Be right back. And we're back. Hello. I don't even know if these music tracks are repeating. I literally can't tell. They'll just blend together. It's like an 11-hour-long playlist. Rise up Doll Maniacs. But that sounds like Doll Maniacs. As in D-O-L-L. I think you need to find a better name for your fan base. Hopefully I didn't miss any stuff up here. Not even done with everything there is in Dragon Quest XI. Still have more to go. Such a long game. Tons of content. Is there also loads of post-game to do in that, I wonder? Maybe Drakaya's gonna have to do like 50 more hours. Oh, you took Doll Maniacs from Oboe Shoes. Planning 2 more streams of it before the year's up. Nice. "2026, the return of Infernal Yank streams." I certainly hope so. I miss Infernal streams. He's a good streamer. Year to do 1 JRPG. Yeah, so I set myself a rather lofty goal of like beating 1 JRPG a month. And that might be too much. Not all of them are super long, but I think if I manage to get through the year and I've beaten like 5 JRPGs, I'll consider it a successful JRPG year. So yeah, we've got some games here. I'm gonna switch the category to games plus demos. So there's been one thing that's been missing from this year's Christmas streams, and that has been anime girls. We haven't had any anime girls. We need to fix that. So I have to make doubly sure that I don't have the R18 patch installed by accident. No, we're good. We're good. This is gonna be safe. Ah, that's loud. Oh, it's one of these games without any volume options. Christmas girls. Yeah, we gotta have some weeb shit. I don't even know what this is. I just found it dirt cheap. I picked it up in the Christmas sale. She's ringing her bell. Oh god, wait, is it one of these, like, mobile game style things? Oh, she sounded mildly inconvenienced by being burned alive with lava. I see. There we go, and our reward for solving that hard puzzle is boobs. I might have to open the volume mixer here, it might be a bit loud. She's ringing in Christmas for all you guys. At least it's not AI art. It already gets plus points for that. Can I click on her? Can I pat the anime girl eyes? Alright, so she's just gonna walk automatically. No? I see. I think we need to do like a Minecraft here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, she's so excited. Level 1, win level. I got an achievement for that. I won the level. We destroyed her presents. What an amamenting game. I'm not sure that's a real word, Craven. Amamenting. Oh, it's a new girl. Oh, she's got gloves on. This is my wife. I claim her. Looks pretty damn cold though to be sitting out in the snow with that outfit. It's a very thin fabric. I think she's gonna be shivering. She needs a blankie. Why am I fapping in stream? You're still here, Takeshi. Hi. I thought I lost you after the ads. But hope you're doing well, Takeshi. Right. Let's see here. Aha! We can make it change positions. I won level 2. Oh, it's a new girl. Right. I thought she was gonna get stuck there. Ha ha ha. Oh, she said nya. Is she a cat girl? Not that that's a word, but you know. I wanted to see the death animations. I wanted to see the fail animations. Not that there were any animations. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Have you seen the ones where, like, it's someone playing a mobile game and you can see, like, their finger? The cursor looks like their finger, and then when they fail, they get mad and the finger starts, like, shaking violently. Like the person playing just got mad and rage quit. I don't know why they think those kind of things sell their game, but... We got a sus-looking snowman here. Can we burn him alive? Will that help us? I think he's an enemy. I think he's an enemy of Christmas. I won level 3. I want to see what happens when she walks into the snowman. Is he gonna eat her? Wait, what did he even do? He just gave her a hug and she died. Oh, look at her. She made a little snow woman. Where did you get a purple carrot? Is it a special genetically engineered carrot? Do you know the lore of this ketchup? Are there purple carrots in real life? Maybe it's a rare type of carrot. Oh my, yeah, it could be a radish. Now she's laughing, but her face doesn't look like she's laughing. This is ruining my immersion. The gift killed him. Must be heavy. Maybe it's a Steam Deck. There are purple carrots. Oh, wow. I want to look that up now. That sounds interesting. Purple carrot is a vibrant root vegetable. Colored by beneficial antioxidants. Offering sweet flavor and health benefits like anti-aging. Whoa. Ketchup's gonna stay young forever. Oh, they're orange on the inside, but purple on the outside. Interesting. I don't think these are available in my town. Sadly. Oh, she's nice. I like her green top. Let's make some cobblestone. that going to be enough to save her? Yeah. You can't get her. God. This is so hard, guys. How's anyone supposed to figure this out? You need a giga brain to play this game. We don't even need to bother with the lava or the water. We can just make her walk right over. Oh no! A couple of the rocks hit me. Wait, I can't... Oh. I can't get this out. Did something go wrong here? Usually the reset button shows up when I've failed, but it's just not letting me click anything. Yeah. I'm not seeing any presents either. What the heck? I don't know what you want from me, game. Oh, wait. I can't make it go up again either. Just melt the snowman. Will the lava flow down there, though? Will it actually... It doesn't go over the edge. Or maybe I have to time it. Oh. Okay. I guess that works. Well, there was no present, but we won. Oh, whoa, holy shit. I thought she was escaping there. He started jumping up. That was it? That was the whole game? That was the whole game. Well then. That was a quick beat. Or a quick beat off, if you will. Right. That was Christmas Girls. I can't believe I paid $1 for that. I want my dollar back. Actually, it was $50. It was on sale. But at least it has a 18 plus DLC. I guess that's what the locks up there were for. And it's a free DLC. But now, we shall return to a classic. It's been a while since the last time, but we usually stream this a little bit during the seasonals, because it tends to get new seasonal maps every Halloween and Christmas. So, we're going to check out Onirism. That is now in 1.0. And I am also planning to possibly do a full playthrough of this next year. Now that it's fixed and you can play it all the way till the end. Turn off the snow effect there. GG's, thank you. I feel very accomplished. Christmas Girls is definitely my new game of the year. What's the original color of carrots? Oh, really? Yeah, I've never actually seen that. I've seen the original bananas. And watermelons, like how they used to look like before humans changed them. Right, so let's see here. Tails map. Wide Awake. What was the new map called? Hang on a second. The Nightmare Before Carols. Am I blind? I'm not seeing it here. Was it a hunt map? What the heck? Where's the new one? I'm very confused now. This is one of the old ones, right? I think so. Hang on a second there. Sorry. I'm just reading the patch notes. Last year Christmas event is returning. Welcome to Festive Cottage. Oh. Oh, god damn it. The new adventure map isn't out yet. There's a part 2 to this update that's coming next week. Oh, bloody hell. Well, that's fine. We can play the old ones. We can play the old ones. That's okay. Wait. Oh, there we go. Seems like it still has some troubles here. There we are. There she is. The brat herself. I think the audio might be a tad loud. Alright, let's see if I remember how to play this. Roughly. Also, let me know how the volume is, guys. Let me know if it's too loud. Can I pick up the snowballs? I can. How do I toss them? With E. Take that. Take that, you bastard. Sakura rifle. I'll take it. Right, we need pearls to open up more of the level as well. Wait, did they break the animation for this? I think she's supposed to roll. Oh, there we go. I think they still have some issues to sort out. A tiny bit of gank left, but I'm sure they'll get there in the end. We'll get on board the boat. I think I should be able to. No, I can't get in the water. Might have to unlock it somehow. Alright. Ça fait du bien. It's a lovely winter town. Sounds fine to you? That's good. Nightshade plant. Got some bulbous growth on its roots. Oh dear. We're poisonous. Root cancer. Oh yeah, even plants can get cancer. Pretty weird to think about. Maybe there wasn't actually a new Halloween map this year. Since they were working on the big update, there might not have been one. Ooh! I can get run over by cars if I want to. Bet there's a way to get on top of that. Oh no! I died. I slightly died. We survived 4 waves. This is Fortnite. Pretty close. It's Onirism. But hello there, Mike. Hope you're doing well. You can eat the root cancer. Does that sound like a good idea, Crave? I'm not so sure that sounds like the best idea I've ever heard, but maybe it's fine. I don't know. You know, this FOV might be a bit extreme. I wonder if you can use the FPS mode. No, you can use it in the adventure maps? There we go. But you still can't melee in the FPS mode. seems to work just fine. Super armor. Gonna need that. How does the snowball throwing work from first person? It does. It does work. It just works. They take a while to spawn. Hello? She doesn't really throw them in the center. Oh god. That's a bit weird. He throws it a little bit off to the side. Let's open this as well. I hear the combat music. I'm not seeing any enemies. Maybe they should go over these old adventure maps and make enemies spawn a little bit faster. God, it's really hard to aim these snowballs in first person. They just sort of go where they want to. Throw 'em a bomb. Get bombed, suckers. Presents. Parts required. $350. Who's got that kind of money? We've stayed closer to the health machine. Actually, I thought there would be one more up here, but there wasn't. Also, I feel like these used to give more help back in the day. Anything better than Fortnite. Ain't that the truth? Ketchup is spitting some straight facts here. Oh, we can get on the tram. There's another soda machine. Super armor. Yeah. I found a thing. just hit me through the tram door. We're leaving. Goodbye. Goodbye. What was that? It's like something got stuck. I saw something. Oh god. Probably one of the parts we need. 40 bubble, 1,000 pearls. Oh. Let me in. I don't think I can get in from the side there. How many parts do we need? What was this? Elixir. No, thank you. I would like another weapon, if at all possible. Santa! He's a bear for some reason. Not sure why. What a lovely tree. $1,000. The Jolly Launcher. Wish I could afford that. Ooh! How much did that cost? 400. Well, now I can afford it. Drill torpedo. Fairy dust. Does Zach want to get fairy nant? Play this with you. Takeshi, the co-op isn't working quite yet. They were planning to add multiplayer with the 1.0 launch, but they didn't make it in time. So that's probably coming next year. All the multiplayer functionality. But once it does, it should have full co-op. And all sorts of stuff. So that'll be good. Ownerism sounds like a good time. Yeah. It does indeed. Ow. Who shoots? He was hidden in the lights. There we go. Wonderful. Let's, so many places to go. These maps are so big. Well, Doc's rifle. We can't afford that. Sugar Rush. Expensive things. Oh! It's a Big Mac! I'm out of ammo already. Leave this. Oh no. Oh no, I'm out of ammo for everything. Except my shitty starter pistol. This isn't gonna go well. Ow. This is not gonna go well. I'm dead. Play with your butt instead. Whoa. Guess you're getting spicy here. Those Christmas hormones. You got this. Apparently I don't got this. But yeah, basically the goal in these is to survive for as long as you can. Did we have any other Christmas maps? I think we do. There should be some other ones. Yeah, Onirism, Onirism. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's a cool game. Only Risen. I guess it's kind of hard to discern how it's spelled from trying to pronounce it. But yeah, it's not a sequel to the hit Eurojank RPG Risen, unfortunately. Also, I'm worried about Craven getting sick now from eating plant cancer. If I'd read what you said above it. Oh, did I miss something? Oh, the origin of potatoes. Okay, I thought you were planning to, like, cook some plant cancer for Christmas or something. That was your Christmas dinner. I see, okay. That is pretty wild, yeah. And to think potatoes are so tasty. With such a dark origin story. Yeah, Risen is another one that I might actually end up streaming next year. Been meaning to get around to Risen 1 for quite a while now. Hopefully someday. Also, I like the little icon down here, the carols fighting. Fighting for dominance. I think the Cruise of Lights was a Christmas map, wasn't it? Yeah. It definitely was. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't have a brand new map to show you guys. I thought the new one was out, but it wasn't. But we haven't played these maps with the FPS mode before, so that's something new at least. Crab. Oh, it's this again. What are you even? Are you some kind of robot with a diving mask? I think it's a robot butler. Udo Tiker. Wait, is my shadow headless? It looks like my shadow doesn't have a head. What the fuck? That's spooky. Both 100. Nice. Wasserpistole. For 100 pearls, I'll take it. He's very excited about that. Carol loves her guns. Oh, we got the snowballs. The crappy snowballs in this one as well. Just a contrast here. How does she throw it? Like... Okay, when she's in third person, she throws it like in the middle of her head, roughly. But... yeah, you have to like... Oh, what? Now she threw it off to the side. I don't get it. I don't get how these snowballs work. I think it's different, actually, every time you throw. Or does it depend on whether you're standing still or moving? Either way, the snowballs are a bit gank. Crossbow. Sounds like my kind of thing. Nyam. That's like a Drakaya sound. That's something he would say in one of his games when he takes a sippy. Carol's just copying Virus Bloke. Back shield. That protects you from behind damage. You took your time getting here. Rashasha. Let's get a Rashasha. Oh. It's one of these, but you shoot... It almost looks like you're shooting like chewing gum bubbles. This game has so many cool weapons. Oh. Can I sneak over there? It almost looks like I can sneak over there. I don't have to double jump in adventure mode, but I do have the dash, but I don't think I can do it when I'm jumping. Oh, it's probably blocked. Woo! Oh, I guess we're down here now. Oh no. Christmas is ruined. More snowballs around. Yeah. You may have thought that I was going to waste some health there, but you can overcharge your health. Just like in Quake. And we can open up this upstairs now. Ah, the Christmas tree. How lovely. Wonderful. Can we get even higher up? By energy. Wonder if there's any collectibles in this one. Aha, there are. I see. We can just bring the parts in one at a time. And then something magical will happen, probably. But I can imagine it also requires unlocking all the areas. Okay. Can we just funnel them in here? And cheese this porridge. We kinda can, yeah. Well, at least as long as we have ammo. Might want to look into buying some ammo, actually. I need to find a foam dispenser. I think there was one at the bottom. Luckily, there's no fall damage in Onairism. Soap water. I have plenty of that. Foam is what I need. There we go. That wasn't too much. Ah! Yeah, sure, let's try the crossbow. Does it have punch through? I wonder. It might also do poison damage. It's shooting out candy canes! I swear the weapon designs are so creative in this. Ah, we're inside. Just we're gonna show his grandkids this mode and tell them it's COD Zombies. Hell yeah. The good COD Zombies. Nyam. Machine Pew Pew. Can I get in here? There's nothing. Where are the enemies at? Ow. Oh god. Oh god, here they are. We want to try this out? Sure, why not? Oh no, that's the one I already had. God damn it. I didn't remember the name of it. Oh, why does it let you buy those? The ones you already have. That is silly. Oh, I didn't pick it up. Wasted a bunch of money by being an idiot and not remembering things. Hot Kiss Bonnet Merci. I kind of want to save up for that one. That looks chunky. Where did you come from? Excuse me? Oh, you jump out of these. I see. This reminds me of, something about this room. Reminds me of, oh, fuck. Killing Floor 2. Oh, they come from everywhere. The biggest challenge of these survival maps is not getting smacked in the back by an unsuspecting foe. You always gotta look around you. Nice. Was there a soda machine up top? I hope so. We haven't even found any more parts. There we go. Oh yeah, I've got the slide. How did I even do that? Oh yeah, you just press the dash button. Oh god! Ooh! It's an electric boy. And he does big damage when he dies. How much money did I have? I'm missing 5. Oh, I should... Fucking hell, I didn't notice that. I should have waited. Oh, big boomstick, hell yeah. Double barrel. Double barrel goodness for Christmas. Is that Santa on fire? Ow. Oh, that was a bad time to pick up a part. The part killed me. Oh no. There we go. 11 waves. Not too bad. Not too bad. So yeah, that was a little bit of onirism. Killing Floor 2. What a game. What a game indeed. Now we're at 3.5 hours. I was thinking about doing some, yeah, I was thinking about doing some Euro Truck Sim at the end, but I still haven't like replayed the tutorial. It's been 5 years since I played it. I'm not gonna know any of the controls. I don't think there would be any point in that. I'd probably just be struggling to even know what to do and how to hook up cargo and stuff like that. Because I think there was more to it than just pressing the movement keys. So that might be a good place to leave it.